welcome back for the 12th time to your new favorite Magic the Gathering Mono Black Draft Chaff themed podcast, Bogstompers. We're your hosts of the coast. Everybody introduce yourselves, starting with me. I am your lovely Mater D for many episodes, including this one. I pitched this one today. I am Joseph, Joey, Joe, any of the above is fine. I use he, him pronouns, and tossing the ball in the direction that we have been for the past few episodes. Who's that handsome devil?
It's Ev. I'm eating drunken man noodles. My pronouns are he and him, and that's all I have to say for today as I return to my late night dinner in the midst of recording a new episode of Bogs. I can include the wet sound effects this time with the sounds of my noodles.
Don't do
when
that.
We need like bog
Don't
sounds.
do that. Don't.
When we need bog sounds. I can get really.
You're already breaking the fourth wall, telling them that we're recording this late at night because we have no
I
other
could be
time
lying.
as a bunch of 20-somethings.
I could be eating a very dry food in the morning, which is what I do when I have cereal usually. So they don't know. I'm keeping them on their toes.
Yep. Who's this other handsome devil staring at me roguishly, puckishly, adorably?
I am getting up bright and early. It is exactly 6:30 a.m. when we record all of these podcasts. I am Bobby. I use they pronouns. I also use he pronouns. And I'm very excited to talk about our creature type of the day. As viewers know, we do many creature type episodes where we examine the top 10 creatures of various types from throughout EDH and using EDH Rec specifically to rate the top 10. And we're going to give our thoughts on them. But Joe, as he said, pitched this episode. Joe, want to start people off with a warning and then head on into what we're talking about this episode?
You're right. Let me warn everybody up in front. Content warning. We'll be talking about universes beyond today. And also spiders. Correct. We are doing a very, very relevant, very timely episode on spiders, man. I mean, what else would we have to cover now in the current climate of Magic the Gathering? So, given that, don't worry if you can't watch this episode, which, by the way, thank you for your repeat watches lately. We're so glad that people have been sticking around and building our audience. 100 episodes, subscribers, 12 episodes. This is our 12th episode, but there's 100.
This is our 100th episode.
We did it.
We'll release this one all the way.
We're gonna save
future.
this one. Yeah. No,
we
just release it again. No changes, no edits.
So you guys want to stick around for episode 100 because it's going to be a banger. Because
you won't believe what it is.
But that tangent out of the way of our wonderful thanks for many of our watchers. We do have to seriously warn you guys. I'm an arachnophobe. I hate how they move, so I can talk about this on the podcast because they're still images, and that doesn't bother me. It doesn't creep me out. But if you're not like me and just the sight of a spider frozen on cardboard scares you, you could watch this as like an audio only thing, either by putting it in on your drive to work or something similar. But alternatively, feel free to skip this one if you're a blatant arachnophobe. But yeah, like just full disclosure out there, I hate spiders. They terrify me. I do not like seeing them move. But this is one of my favorite creature types in Magic. Standard rules apply. We're going to do top 10. We're going to do a tier list. We're going to try our best to put them within the tiers, but some might slip through the cracks in the discussion.
Yeah, and yes, I will also say that this list will obviously become very out of date very quickly as a certain set might be coming out pretty soon. We know that that's A, kind of the bit, and B, this is, if you absolutely disdain Universes Beyond, this is the episode to watch. We're heading to spiders right before the top 10 becomes radically different because a bunch of spider heroes claim these top 10 spots. So if you don't like Universes Beyond, these are the top 10 cards before Spider-Man gets introduced. We definitely won't talk about any Universes Beyond cards, I'm sure. I'm just not going to look up at our number 4 card or our number 7 card.
What universes beyond even have spiders in them? But yeah, standard rules apply. We'll be trying to rank them within the tiers, but some we might just toss into the middle of the tier if it so happens. And we're judging these not by their quality as cards. Some of these might suck. We're judging them based on quality as spiders. So they have to fulfill what we conceive of as spiders in Magic the Gathering.
In other words, how spider is it?
Yeah.
We already promised before the pod happened that we wouldn't make Bobby do the counter. Speaking of the visuals, you might notice some visual changes this episode. We're playing around with some stuff. Please give us feedback in the comments. I read all of your comments independently. I don't respond to them because they won't let me have access to the YouTube account. They say I'll be posting all kinds of strange things that will get us in trouble. Okay. Our first spider for this evening. Spinner of Souls, released for the first time in Foundations. This is 2 and a green for a creature Spider Spirit with Reach, and whenever another non-token creature you control dies, you may reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature card. Put that card into your hand, and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. It is a 4/3. I really, really like this card. This is one of my favorite releases from Foundations, one of my favorite new cards. I think it's got beautiful art. I think it matches some spidery elements, namely, it has Reach. Giant Spider has Reach. That's a good initial sign. The most iconic spider of all time. Unfortunately, it's not in the top 10. But what do you guys think? Do you think this sort of aristocracy recursion engine is also a spider? Like a spidery spider, I should say. A particularly spiderful spider.
I just changed my mind like a second ago because I was thinking about this. I don't always like love these types of effects in Magic because it's kind of, I think it's kind of a double-edged sword because like you get creatures back, right? But you also miss out on all the other things that you're going past that were potential draws. But that's, you know, my personal opinion of Magic and how I like playing it. However, I think having more creatures come out of your creatures, very spidery. I think that is very spider adjacent. And even though it might not be an effect that I love in Magic, it is one that I think makes it a good spider.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think that to be a good spider in Magic, first you need Reach. That is the most important thing. We'll talk about Giant Spider again and again. It's just 4 mana, 2/4 with Reach. Classic, originally printed in Alpha, I believe, with terrific art, but it's been reprinted again and again. This is, I think, where spiders want to be with the Reach. And I think more importantly, I think, yeah, spiders beget more spiders. There's tons of spiders, both that we'll talk about and that we won't talk about, that either make 1/1 saplings. If you're looking at something like Sporeweb Weaver, insects like Dragon Lair Spider, or I think very famously something like Ishkanath, or what is spider adjacent in like Arachnogenesis. I think this is where spiders want to be. They want to be making things. They want to have Reach. It's also a 3 mana 4/3, which I'd argue that spiders kind of want to have a bigger butt than bigger power, which is a little bit weird, but I don't think it matters here because I think everything else about this screams spider, and I think it's just a 4/3 instead of a 3/4 because I don't know. But yeah, I do like the almost like very aesthetically like the second number being larger as like the humps on a spider's kind of abdomen is maybe just how I'm way too much reading into Giant Spider, but has always been kind of how I've read it.
I did want to counter argument that yes, it has a higher toughness and power than toughness, which is very much not what we sort of expect from spiders. And I will make the critique: this goes back into the library and not in the graveyard, which a lot of iconic spiders do. Like one higher up on this list, our number 2 slot, and additionally, spider spawning very iconically cares about the graveyard. It's a little weird in that way. Like, I think it's a little off-center for a spider. I do love it. I do think it's great. I agree with all the points you guys made. But I don't think it's a perfect spider because of that. Like, I don't look at this and I think, this is what all spiders in Magic are. I think this is an icon of what spiders could be.
Yeah.
This is not rank S for spider.
Mm-hmm.
This is not the GOAT of spiders. This isn't the LeBron.
Yeah.
This is not the LeBron of spiders. No, that's a good point.
But maybe this is the future. This is where they're going. You know, in 30 years, when Bogstompers 2.0, when you know our all of our children
have
have a podcast,
and we're made of robot.
Oh yeah, or robot selves host it. I think we'll be looking back at Spinner of Souls and being like, this is where all of this spider nonsense started. With that being said, do we feel good about grading this? I think we've maybe been leaning to like an A. Is that?
I'm
that
a high
good?
A, I think.
High A? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Somewhere in the A range. Definitely not low A, but yeah, mid to high.
I think I'd give this.
High A.
I think I'd give this an A, but in one of those schools that doesn't have A pluses. You know. Ev, please take us away from this lovely spider spirit and show us a new spider that.
Oh my god!
A little
a
weird
second
about its
spider.
border.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. This is Mirkwood Spider. For a single green mana, you get creature Spider as Death Touch. Whenever Mirkwood Spider attacks, target legendary creature you control gains Death Touch until end of turn. It is a 1/1. Far and wide, Shelob's lesser broods spread from glen to glen to Dolguldur. I'm gonna fuck up this pronunciation. I'm very tired and haven't read Tolkien in a while. Is it Dolguldur?
Yeah, it's also Shelob.
Man, I've been awake for a while. Let's run it
Anyway.
back on the flavor text. Far and wide, Shelob's lesser broods spread from glen to Dolguldur in the fastness of Mirkwood.
Ev, it's actually pronounced Mirkwood.
I'm gonna stab you with a spider.
It's actually pronounced Llanowar.
Okay, I'm quit the podcast.
What do you think of this spider, Ev?
I like the spider a lot. I
helmeted.
run the spider in a deck. I run this in Butch Killington, not a real Magic card, one that Bobby and Joe made for me for a birthday gift based on an old D&D character of mine. Bobby, put him on screen for a second.
Yeah.
Wow, look at him. He's awesome. That's great. But Mirkwood Spider, very good in that deck. Mirkwood Spider, I think, good in a lot of decks. I think a 1/1 Death Touch for 1 mana is just good. I think that's just a good Magic card. I think a 1/1 mana, 1/1 with Death Touch that gives your legendary creatures Death Touch, even better. So I think the Spider does a good job of that. Don't know where it ranks in terms of being a Spider. I think it's a good Magic card, though. Thoughts, feelings on Mirkwood Spider? Minus points for it being Universes Beyond, of course.
It
Obviously.
doesn't have reach. It's
doesn't have reach.
up there in the trees, but it doesn't have reach. That's nonsense.
Well, that's a common Magic problem.
Yeah, no, but I think I'm gonna take away points. This is, 1/1 with Death Touch. That's classically a rat, right? Like, I know this gives something else Death Touch, and it's a spider because the set cared about spiders, and there aren't famously rats in Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings nerds, correct me in the comments. Yeah, this doesn't scream spider. This screams rat that they put the spider text onto because it was a spider. I mean, we saw like what's the Tarkir, the little archer guy with vigilance, death touch, and reach. That's
Dragonsbane Archer.
Yeah, that's what this should have been. Something akin to that. I know that like the set obviously cared about legends, but why does Mirkwood Spider care about legends? I guess it's helping Shelob, but they don't really do that to my understanding. They're just like little guys that she spawns. I don't know. It's fine. It's Universes Beyond, and we already broke a rule of not talking about Universes Beyond, so this is a little sacrilegious. But Joe, how do you feel about Mirkwood Spider?
I'm gonna fight you on this. This isn't a rat. It's green. It's a snake. This is a Fang of Shigeki. This is an
Sure.
ankle biter.
Yeah.
This is a moss viper. This is not a spider. This is a wastewood viper. Like, what are we doing here? Even the spider tokens, very iconically, are 1/2s, and this is a 1/1. This is a fucking awful spider. This spider sucks.
I agree.
It's a good card. It's a good card. Can be fair.
Yeah, no, it's again.
Okay,
Like I said, great Magic card. I don't think it's a very good Spider. In terms of our Spider criteria,
Put it
this
in
is not
your
a Spider, man.
Yeah. Put it in your non legal made up card deck, and it'll be great. But yeah, I agree. Get it out of the
rules in
spider.
Butch Killington.
If any of you guys build and play Butch Killington,
Please, oh my
share with
god,
us the
I
deck
will.
list.
I will freak it. I will not freak it, but I will.
Do not
be very
freak
happy
it on the
excited.
pod. Bobby,
not
please
freak it.
get us
Yeah.
away from this. Let's.
Tell us about
Wait.
our next Spider. I'm so tired.
I think it was caught up. Where are we putting Mirkwood Spider though? Are we sending it straight to F?
F. We're killing it.
Great.
We're
We put it in
squishing this
M.
bug.
We put it in an M for Mirkwood.
Great. A new tier,
Not-
M tier. Sure. Let's talk about Skyfisher Spider. This is 2 and a Golgari, 4 mana for a creature spider with reach. Good start. It's a 3/3. When it enters, you may sacrifice another creature. When you do, destroy target non-land permanent. And when Skyfisher Spider dies, you may gain 1 life for each creature card in your graveyard. If you do, exile it from your graveyard. Yeah, this is a neat enough spider. Fine in that limited environment. It kills things. It's kind of a ravenous chupacabra if you sacrifice something else, but then it has this bigger body attached to it that can later on gain life. It's a neat little graveyard piece, something we see spiders wanting to do. Sure, it doesn't make any more spiders, but I'd argue in the spider deck, all you have to do is sacrifice a 1/1 or a 1/2, and you get to destroy target non-land permanent. This is the premium removal of spiders as a faction, and I think this is up there in terms of spider playables. How spider is it? I don't know. Maybe somewhere around B tier, but what do you guys think about Brothers War classic Skyfisher Spider?
As the person who's resolved this spell the most, because I ran this for a long, long time in my Guillaume deck, this card is a house. Like, this is just really good. This is a really nice card. The condition to fulfill it is really strong, and then it becomes just a more, is really easy. So it just becomes an easier to fulfill, well, harder to fulfill, more versatile Ravenous Chupacabra is what I'm looking for. Most of the time you are killing creatures with this. You're not really targeting non-creature permanents often. But when you do, it feels good having this. And plus, it has a life gain payoff attached to it, which not a lot of spiders care about gaining life, but a lot of spiders have incidental weird ways to gain life. There was one from MKM that did something similar off the top of my head, and there's a few others. Skyfisher Spider is arguably, I would say, one of the most powerful cards on this list, just due to its versatility and the fact that it's a very... It's not elegant. It's a very meat and potatoes card. Like, you need removal for your deck, you need enablers for your life gain payoffs, but Skyfisher Spider is like right at home in a Willow Dusk deck. It kills in Golgari Shelob. Like, this is a real card. Might be less spider than other cards, but it's a good card just as a card.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think this is more spider than Mirkwood Spider on account of the reach. However, the other effects, despite being like, versatile Swiss Army knife, just kind of good and helpful, not necessarily the most spider adjacent effect we're gonna see today. I also think we should do an introspective on Brothers War at some point, because that was a set.
That's a 3-year-old set at this point. That's wild. It feels like that set just came out.
Right? Yeah. But we should still look at it, because a lot of things now get glossed over. We should look back at Bro.
Don't worry. Yeah. Episode 200, we'll look at Brothers War.
Yeah, we'll look at Bro.
I think you're right in some ways, but Bobby made a great point with graveyards being a spider thing, sacrifice being really easy to enable in a spider deck. I think this is a spider that's good in spiders, but might not be the best spider on its own. Yeah. I think that's what I was going to say.
It's spider. It's a spider support. This is a friend of spiders, and a spider in itself, but not the perfect spider that we're gonna spider today.
How spider is it?
So how spider is it?
Hey, look at that. B
rank. Yeah, B.
B.
Do we think it's like a low or a high? I think it's just normal. I think it's just a solid.
Normal B, solid B.
B for Brothers War.
Wow.
B for Brothers War.
All right, let's move on. We're gonna have another 4-hour podcast, as we always do with our creature type episodes. So Joe, what's next? Please don't talk about a Universes Beyond card.
Unfortunately, here we have Shelob, Red Weaver, Child of Ungoliant.
No.
Is that true? Lord of the Rings. Yes, that's the name of the other card. 3 and a black for a legendary creature, Spider Demon. Whenever a non-token creature enters an opponent controls dies, exile it. Then it has many activated abilities. Jesus Christ. 2 and a black. Put a creature card exiled with Shelob, Dreadweaver into its owner's graveyard. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on Shelob. Draw a card. Then you could pay additionally as a second activated ability. X1 and black. Put target creature card with mana value X, exiled with Shelob, onto the battlefield tapped under your control. It's from the Lord of the Ring Commander set. I don't know what I just said. I do not know what this card does.
Not a good spider. Can we move on? Too much text does everything.
We need to entertain it a little bit. Just a little.
What is this?
It cares about counters.
I guess. This is...
It draws cards.
Yeah.
It cares about graveyard. That low B.
That's pretty spidery.
It kind of specifically doesn't care about graveyards, which is really weird. Like, it doesn't...
Well, no,
it cares about your opponent's graveyards, but it specifically says that things can't go into the graveyard, which is a very non-spidery thing. I get that it's like trapping them right before they die, right? So it can eat them, but it's so convoluted, and they gave it so many abilities and lines of text that you don't really want it. And I think all of this text is distracting us from the fact that this is a 4-mana 3/3 that doesn't have reach. It's a mono
Bad
black
spider.
spider. It's a little bizarre.
Bad spider.
I think they
Also,
fucked up when they decided to put the rules text, put a creature card exiled with Shelob Dreadweaver into its owner's graveyard on the same card with an activated ability that costs X1 black. Who is this for? Yu-Gi-Oh players?
Yeah, this is crazy. Then the amount of mana to like get the actual payoff for this card, which is get your Shelob bigger, and also draw a card, but also, did I say it wrong again? I'm sleepy.
That
it's
was
fine.
a third way we've said it so far.
Yeah,
like,
it's
this is
fine.
a
Who
new
cares?
pronunciation.
This is my guy Schloob.
Don't misgender.
Anyways,
Yeah.
guy can be gender neutral.
I think
but
it's
I digress.
a tragedy that we didn't get the woman version of Shelob from the Shadow of Mordor games.
True.
Very
true.
Here's the question before we send it to F tier with its spawn Mirkwood Spider. Why is it up here?
True.
Why is it the 7th most played
That's what
spider?
I
Is it
was
just
thinking.
because it's in
I
the
thought it'd be the other
precon?
one.
Is it just because it's in the precon
Probably.
and so many people just put that precon into Moxfield?
What
But
fucking
looking-
deck does this go in?
But looking
Ketramos?
like a little further down the list at like 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, like those are better spiders.
Yeah.
And they
That
have
should be
decks.
higher. Yeah, like my man Silklash Spider, that's a spider, dude.
Better Shelob is lower.
You know, that's what I was thinking before. Cares about spiders.
I
Is an
don't-
8/8, which is awesome for flavor.
This is the worst
Love
one.
that. This is the worst one.
Looking
As
at this early, I was looking at the list earlier. I did not think this would be the worst one, but reading it, it sucks.
Yeah, this is the worst spider that we have to talk about today. Can we move on? I'm tired of this card.
Yeah, let's go.
I want to talk about the next one instead because it's better and great.
I love this
Where are we
card.
putting this guy? Not this guy. This spider
Bottom
girl.
of F.
Oh
Kill
yeah.
it.
Bottom of F. Under the boot. All right, next card. We have Deadly Recluse. For 1 and a green, you get creature. Spider, weirdly enough. Reach Death Touch. Even dragons fear its silken strands. It is a 1/2. Perfect. No notes. This is a
Hell
great
yeah.
spider.
This is great.
This is a perfect spider. I don't know what to tell you. This is great. This is what you want out of a spider. This is it.
In its
This is what
11
we came here for.
printings, in 16 years, it's not gotten a single new piece of artwork, and that is because it is without flaw.
It's
Yep.
perfect. Yeah, this is a perfect spider.
It has like a
Even
deer,
dragon.
like
It's silken string.
it is like one deer hoof at the very bottom of its art that's like it alludes to just how big this thing is. I think you look at it and you're like, oh, it's a spider. Those trees are pretty big, but then like that's a hoof. That's not another like insect.
Holy shit! They killed Tony Chopper. I've been watching a lot of One Piece. Sorry.
That's canon. Yeah, no, I have a story about this guy. I think this card is a good card. I think you can just play it as a removal spell. I think it's neat. It is worse than that Dragon Storm card that we mentioned earlier, but if you care about spiders at all, it's better. When my father and I first started playing this game back in Gatecrash, we had 2 decks. I had a Gruul deck. My father had a Simic deck. Both of those decks ran 4 copies of this card. Part of that is because we thought Death Touch killed players instantly. It doesn't. If you're still playing like that, I need you to know Death Touch does not kill players instantly. I don't think you think that, but I certainly thought that when I was in 5th grade. Now, this card is perfect. It's great. It's still a removal spell. Even if it doesn't kill players, it still kills their creatures. It's a house that's just going to block all day long, whether it's something's on the ground or in the sky. This is a great card. It's simple. It's elegant. I love the Commander Masters printing that kind of gets away with the reminder text, and it's just 2 beautiful words on this card. But Joe, what do you think of Deadly Recluse? I'm willing to put this pretty high.
I think this is top of the list.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is S for spider.
The only
This is the
question
best one.
fuck you. That's really good.
Thank you. I've been thinking of it since we pitched the episode earlier today.
My only question is, why is it 6? 180-inch
It should be one, baby. That should be number one spider.
This is beating cards that like have words on them.
Dude, 2 words is all you need. They should just bring more keyword slop. I love it.
It's not even in the keyword slop colors.
It's not. But
This
how is
isn't
higher
in
than,
Odric.
how is this higher than I'm looking for a good spider here. I don't know. Whatever. It's a great. There's not a better one. That's why I can't find it. It's the top of the list.
Yeah.
This was in a
Rank S for
precon.
spider. Was it
This
really?
was in
What
a
precon
real
was it in?
precon.
What precon?
Yeah, this is a great
Commander
card.
2011.
Well,
What
that
commander
explains
was
that.
Well, nah, you need to really ask that. It's so obvious.
Yeah, man. I need to ask that. Which one was it?
I don't
It's
fucking know.
the-
That's the joke. Who
Yeah,
Yeah,
fucking
it's
knows?
really
knows?
early on. It's nothing.
I
S
like
S
Mimic
plus.
All right.
Awesome.
S plus.
Yeah.
S plus, top of S.
All right.
Best
Congratulations.
spider we
We've
got.
now made our tier list go from S plus to M.
That's confusing to people that play gotcha games, because isn't M like really good usually? Isn't that like
I don't
mythic
know.
or
Do
whatever?
I look like I play gotcha? I don't even know what a
I don't
horse
know.
is. Bobby, tryptophobia warning. What is this spider?
Let's talk about
Yeah.
Sweetgum Recluse. 6 mana for 4 and 2 green. This has Flash, Cascade, Reach. When it enters, put 3+1/+1 counters on each of any number of target creatures that entered the battlefield this turn, and it's a 0/3. This is a really weird card, originally printed in Commander Legends. I kind of love it. It's really bizarre. Why is it a spider that has Cascade and buffs things that enter right away? I don't know, but I think it's okay and I think it's cool. I like that this is Flash. You surprise people on your opponent's turns. It kind of comes out as a house. It shows up with a bunch of cool spider babies and it fucks shit up. But it's really funny that this is a 6 mana 0/3.
I think my thought for why it has Flash, Cascade, and cares about things entering this turn is you cascade into more creatures.
Oh, totally.
Don't those
yeah.
resolve before Spaghetti, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And that's very spidery, I think. Which is we talked about that with Spinner of Souls. It brings a bunch of little guys with it, and makes them bigger and ambushes people. And I think that's pretty spidery. In the same way we thought Spinner of Souls was spidery for like sort of different reasons, but similar enough thematically that I think it carries through to this one.
Mhm.
I like this card. I think this is weird and cool, and I enjoy it. I might buy a copy for Rocco. I think this could go in Rocco.
I have no idea why I thought this card was printed on Ikoria originally. I was fully convinced this is an Ikoria card.
It could be.
I love this card. I think it's really cool. I put it in a deck recently. Not a real deck that I'm going to spend money on, but the decks I build when I'm bored to death at work. It's got Flash. It's got a big butt. I meant Reach, not Flash. Flash can be spidery, I guess, but it's got Reach. It's got a fat ass. Sweetgum Recluse rules.
Yeah.
And it's a real
Yeah, good
card.
spider.
You should actually put this in decks instead of Deadly Recluse.
Yeah.
Nope, you should keep Deadly Recluse and cut this card. Deadly Recluse is a perfect spider.
I almost just said the sentence, and it's a Recluse, which is a reference to Deadly Recluse. No, it's a Recluse because Recluse is a spider. That's a spider word.
That's a real thing.
It's a real
They
thing.
exist.
Yeah. S?
Sick Deadly Recluse reference, dude.
Guy
is
who's
a
only
real
ever
spider.
seen Deadly Recluse before, getting a lot of Deadly Recluse vibes from this.
Yeah, we put it in S. This can go in S for spider.
Sure.
Yeah, this is S.
We're
It's
generous.
beneath Deadly Recluse.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
All right,
I'm gonna
next
send it
one.
back to
We'll
Joe.
go-
Joe,
We're all finished.
Joe, for the love of all things holy, do not talk about another Universes Beyond card, or I'm kicking you from the podcast.
Well, here's the thing, Bob. We still haven't made the $300 back that I commissioned all the art for, so I'm in executive control of this pod. Canoptek Spyder. 5 generic mana for an artifact creature, spider, flying, and it has the ability word, Fabricator Claw Array. Whenever another non-token artifact creature or vehicle enters the battlefield under your control, draw a card. It is a 4/4. Now, obviously, everybody on this podcast intimately understands the tragedy of the Necron tier and knows everything about their fall from grace due to the war with the Old Ones and the biotransference which took place, robbing them of their mortal shells, and then the automata and other creations that they make in order to, assist their Cryptex and their what other heroes exist? I don't play Necrons. And their other various sundries of their nobility, from their Scorpek lords to their lords on foot. So we all understand the references on this card, right?
This is a bad spider. It flies. It shouldn't fly.
Well,
I'm
they
pissed.
do that.
No,
They do that
spiders
in
don't
I don't
fucking
care.
fly. Spiders
Dude,
have
Universes
reach.
Beyond
Canoptek do.
is making a travesty of spiders. This goes into M with Mirkwood Spider.
Holy shit.
It's bad, and I don't like it. Get it out of here.
Yeah, why does it
that?
care about artifacts? We've seen
Because
the-
it
Yeah, not a spider.
Yeah.
because
I
it's a
don't give a shit about
Necron
your
creation, and they're
Necrons.
all
Don't care.
they
Nope.
became
Joe,
No.
Okay.
Joe, this podcast today is about spiders, not Necrons. We can talk about Warhammer another time. It's a bad spider.
That was a good deck. I didn't buy it, and now I regret it.
Yeah, this is $10. This is a $10
It's
card.
$10?
Oh yeah.
No way.
Because
It's
how
the most
can
expensive spider.
they
Hold on.
can't reprint any
Yeah.
of these cards because it's called Canoptek Spyder.
Let's be clear too. It's Spider with a Y. Let's not gloss over
My
that.
God.
Did you not notice?
No, I lived in a world of blissful ignorance for a moment.
That's how they
I
spell
looked at
it.
the most expensive spider, and
That's
now I'm
canon.
sad.
Oh.
We'll look into that later.
Don't
It's
look at
probably
most
some
expensive
pre-order
spider.
shit.
It's some pre-order shit. Yeah, I'm upset. Back to our other cards.
Okay. Well,
M?
I guess he's an M tier.
He's
This
an M
new
tier.
tier we invented. Thank you,
I
Ev.
think
You're
later
welcome.
on
I should
in
sleep less.
in future episodes, I think if we really disdain something and don't think it's very of that creature type, we send it to M and we don't tell people what we're talking about. They have to be in on the lore. You viewers right now are here on the
true.
ground
Also-
floor of M tier.
I'm making you learn more animated, but can you do the thing where it like zooms way down and M's all the way at the
Yes.
bottom of the tier list? Like
Yeah.
under
It
C?
passes all the other tiers.
Yeah,
Their
a bunch of other
letters.
tiers that are just blank.
Yeah, sure. Great.
And then once, when we get one we almost don't hate, we put it in N.
Yes.
Wait, no, that's after.
That's worse.
I don't know the alphabet.
All
F.
right, next card. We have Twitching Doll for 1 and a green. Artifact creature spider toy. You can tap it to add 1 mana of any color. Put a nest counter on Twitching Doll. You can also tap it and sacrifice it to create a 2/2 green spider creature token with reach for each counter on Twitching Doll. Activate only as a sorcery. This is a 2/2. I like this card. I think it's high up for a reason. I think again, like Sweetgum Recluse and Spinner of Souls, it makes more little baby spiders eventually. And you know, I like the flavor of this card too. It's one of the cards that I remember seeing from Duskborn initially, much like Toby in a past episode, where we were like, "Oh, that's freaky. That's a good kind of horror thing where we have a doll infested with spiders, then it pops and all the spiders are inside, and that's freaky, and that's pretty spidery, I think." Yeah, Bobby just made a face, and it's like, that's why it sucks. It sucks, and I hate it, but also good spider card.
Yeah, no, this gives me this. I do not have arachnophobia. I'm pretty good around bugs.
No, this one gives
but
me.
this
one makes.
Yeah, no, this
Makes
is
my skin crawl.
terrifying. I was just gonna say like, ooh, ignore the normal art. Look at the buy box art because at least it's a little cuter. Then I zoomed in on the buy box art, and it's also really scary. It's
Yeah.
oh, could you imagine if
one's
you were
more
holding
scary
this
'cause-
and then that would be bad. It'd be a bad time.
You know what freaks me out about this art?
Yeah,
This is a human child
Spiders?
doll, right? Well, yeah, the
Oh.
spiders. This is a human, like this is a doll of like a kid, and for some reason the spiders have chosen to imitate a cat on the head. You can see the baby face in the bottom corner.
Yeah.
They got rid of that. They're like, no, this is a cat now. And I want to know how the spiders know that they should make this a cat and not a human baby.
That they
That's
know what
one
a cat
shit.
looks like and chose to
Yeah.
arrange themselves.
Exactly. I love my kitty cat. I don't want to turn into a bunch of spiders. I'd be so sad if Bowser became spiders.
All
It'd be
right.
so scary.
Critiques. Makes 2/2s instead of 1/2s.
Mm,
Not
Agree.
normal spider behavior.
yeah.
Doesn't have reach. Granted, it makes things with reach. It's a spider dork. That's
Spider
weird for
dork?
spiders, but sure. I don't know. I kind of want to forgive all those sins because, like, between nest counters and making a bunch of things pop out of a big thing, like, as you guys said, very spider behavior.
I want to say that this is B. I think it's because
I think
the
might be,
spiders are
yeah.
behaving in a very specific way. It has a very
B
specific
for
flavor
behaving.
of Duskmorn that's like, it is telling this Ludo narrative, and it's telling it pretty well, but it doesn't do that in a incredibly spidery way. It is spiders on Duskmorn, but it is not, like, if I'm asking how spiders is it is only so spiders. I think B is still very high. Like right now we only have things in S, A, and F and M. I think we can put something in B comfortably and be content with the fact that it is still a playable card. I think you're going to put this in a lot of decks, most notably other counter decks. This is not really something that wants to be in spiders. Sure, it makes spider tokens, and I guess it's a dork in spiders, which dorks are good, but this wants to be in a deck with counters, not that many spiders.
It's in spiders because it's a high card quality card with
Yeah.
the relevant type. You do run it, but it's not doing the goals of the actual deck, really. Not like Brood Spinner, another Bees card from Duskmorn, that is more of the like spider representation of the set. Spiders was a sort of sub-theme on Duskmorn because we had the Swarm Weaver.
Oh yeah.
So this
I love
existed
Bruce
to like
Spinner's
help
art.
boost it. I love the googly eyes. So
I'm
cute.
looking at
We can't
Bruce
talk
Spinner. I
about it.
love him.
It's like number 14 or some shit. We can't talk about it.
It's lower.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I want to say.
I like to think it is.
I also want to say, like, making it at sorcery speed also doesn't feel very spider to me. Spiders are very quick, as we saw with Sweetgum Recluse. They're instant speed. Arachnogenesis is famously instant speed. A lot of these, like Sporeweb Weaver that I talked about before, is in response to things. It makes tokens. We're going to see one in a little bit that, is at instant speed in response to things your opponents are doing. The fact that this is only sorcery speed, I understand it's like a balance thing. I'm glad that it doesn't have instant speed, but I think it would definitely be more spidery if it was that instant speed. All right.
You've convinced me. I was gonna say A, but I think B is a good home for it. Yeah.
I think B too. Yeah.
All right.
B for Beduskmorn.
Wow.
Beduskmorn. The Plane of Beduskmorn. Next card, Bobby.
Let's talk about Nyx Weaver. I'm glad I got this card because I actually run it
Thank God.
in a deck. This is 1 and a black and a green for an enchantment creature spider. It has reach at the beginning of your upkeep, mill 2 cards, and for 3 mana, 1 a black and a green, exile this creature, return target card from your graveyard to your hand. It is a 2/3. Now this card is a really good mill piece. It gets things out of the graveyard. It is reach, so it's very spidery. It is terrific art by Jack Wang. Absolutely gorgeous how it incorporates the Nyx style in there. It is an enchantment, which seems a little weird. Enchantment definitely screams more spidery than Artifact does, with something like Canoptek Spyder, or however you pronounce that silly little Y. But how do you guys feel? I mean, this is a very good card, and I think you should play it in decks. But how Spider is repeatedly milling, we've talked about Graveyard as a spider thing. It's definitely not their main thing, but I don't know. How do you guys feel about this?
I think this is a spider that's so good that it changed spiders around it. I think part of the reason we conceive of spiders as a graveyard deck is because Nyx Weaver is just such a high quality card that it warped spiders around it.
Yeah, I don't think we get the I think from these top 10, we also don't get the full picture of like what other spiders really truly care about the graveyard. Even like through like 11-15, there are a couple more that do care about the graveyard. Maybe it's just one. Maybe I'm just looking at one of them. But my point stands. Is that like there are things that care about graveyard, and like Joseph, this is at least according to him what caused that. I also think bringing something back to your hand is pretty spidery. Again, kind of like the surprise aspect that spiders have, and maybe it's not like a bunch of things, but you can get something back to your hand. And like you said before, this can be at instant speed potentially, so it can still be like you can save enough mana maybe to do 2 things at once and grab an instant or something back that'll help you out if you return it to your hand in that moment.
Yeah,
I think people were clamoring for spiders decks for Commander because Nyx Weaver and spider spawning exist. I think they were the reason we saw things like Rot Widow Pack and Swarm Yard Massacre and the other pieces that we would see eventually in the future to justify it. I think these cards are just so iconic that you have to put a little respect on their name.
Yeah. A, S?
I'm comfortable with this at S. I mean, it's got a big booty. It's got reach.
Sure.
It has the type Spider on it. Spider's a very elegant type. It needs very little to survive.
Yeah.
S for Spider.
S for Spider. All right.
S for Nyx Weaver.
That takes
Nyx
us
Weaver.
to our very last card. Joe, you started us off. Joe, let's finish it up. And please, Joe, you're not allowed to talk about a Universes Beyond card.
All right.
I'll hit you.
Then I will read the top Spider on EDH Rec. Master Weaver Web Protector. Fuck, wait, no. Wait, shit. That's not out yet. It's not Master Weaver. Arasta of the Endless Web.
Oh, thank God.
2 and 2 green. Legendary enchantment creature, Spider. With reach. And the rules text: whenever an opponent casts an instant or sorcery spell, create a 1/2 green spider creature token with reach. It's a 3/5 with the flavor text: her webs connect us. Oh, I'm sorry. Her webs spun from her own hair, reach from Nyx to the mortal world, and even into the underworld.
You know, if you think about that, flavor text is just kind of saying her web connects us all.
It is
like
saying that.
that is kind of what it says on there. This is a great spider. I was confused initially because I was tired and we hadn't fully dissected what a spider means in Magic. But after our academic discussion today about what a spider is in Magic and how spider is it, this is very spider. It's got reach. It's got a big butt. It makes a bunch of spiders
that also have reach and have big butts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish those tokens also had Death Touch, so this could just be making a bunch of Deadly Recluses the best spider. But beggars can't be choosers.
That would probably add like 4 mana to its cost.
Be broken as
yeah,
shit.
and about $20 to the cost of the card in less reprintings. But
the reason why it's at the top of the list is it's in every single fucking precon since the dawn of time, otherwise known as Theros Beyond Death.
Yeah. I mean, it should be. It's a good card. I think, we play a format in Commander where people are casting things all of the time. And, even if it only triggers twice in a round, even if 2 players or 2 of your 3 opponents cast an instant or sorcery on their turn, God forbid if you play in a group with a bunch of Izzet players where they're casting a million instants and sorceries and you're like, okay, make 40 spiders in response. That's great. It feels very spidery, as we said before. Yeah, it's terrific. I love the Sam Rowan art, how it's centered in the middle, Arasta's terrifying face. I also love Jesper Eising's art. I'm a huge Jesper Eising fan. Just entirely I've considered making kind of an artist kindred deck around his art. I think it's absolutely fantastic. One of Magic's better artists with a very definitive style that still makes kind of fits into the whole world, I think, of Magic very well. And it's just look at her face. It is absolutely terrifying. I think in a way that a spider should be. It feels green, though it is terrifying. I think a lot of Magic is, oh, this is a scary thing. Let's put it in black or green-black. But I like that this stays green. It really, we all know the story of Theros Beyond Death by heart, so we can all tell you what part Arasta of the Endless Web plays in that story. Oh, wait, it didn't get web fiction because Wizards sucks. That's another episode.
Her web connects us all.
Yeah, it certainly does, Ev.
S for Spider?
S plus?
It's got an iconic, as Bobby was saying, Jesper Eising did a great job on this card.
That art is awesome.
Iconic spider artist, recently drawing, the spider card that everybody's going to be playing with in paper, Scions of the Spider. Really, really important card. I can't wait to see it printed in the upcoming set. That's going to be really, really cool.
I agree.
To just hold that card in my hand. Yeah, Arasta the Endless Web rules. I think we found another S Spider.
Yeah, S plus, highest tier. Does this beat out Deadly Recluse?
No,
absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Nope.
All right, you heard it here, folks.
Deadly Recluse is the best spider. This one doesn't have Death Touch.
It does not.
Doesn't have Death Touch.
Also, it costs more mana.
Clever.
We should have just reviewed 8 cards. That would have been funny.
Why do you tell us that at the end of the episode?
I don't.
Thank you.
Is this a Doctor
Everybody for
Octopus episode? No, it's a Spiders Man episode.
Yeah,
Come
8
on.
legs, dude.
Sure.
They understand. Okay.
I know.
Okay.
Play us off,
That
Joe.
would have been so.
Should we talk about what have we learned about
Can we
spiders in the last 45
Just
minutes?
why would
No,
you cut
no,
Steve
no.
No. We might even cut all this. Because it might not be funny.
It's not.
Bobby, tell us about what we learned about spiders.
Yeah, what did we
and-
learn about spiders?
by that
I want to say
what did we learn about spiders?
I think we learned that spiders have 8 legs, very importantly. I think we learned about M tier, which I think is great. I think we learned that if we record a podcast at 9 p.m., it is off the rails, and I think that's what our audience is signing up for. Thank you, get in the comments. Tell us how amazing we are. I think we learned spiders have big butts and reach and care about the graveyard and your opponent doing shenanigans, and I think are a lot simpler than even the creature types we've talked about before. I think we talked about beasts and had like arguments on what makes a beast a beast. I think what makes a spider is so obvious and clear. Like, this was a really quick episode and we got through it and we didn't disagree on any of these cards. We were like, yeah, spider, no, not a spider. Yeah, spider, no, not a spider. It was great. It was
We need
beautiful.
more of these creature types. It was awesome.
Yeah, I love spiders.
A united front.
Yeah, I love spiders. I'm so sad they're gonna get fucked up by the set coming out. The less said about that, the better. I even like Marvel and their properties, but oh boy.
Oh boy.
I want to
Yeah.
actually call out.
Ooh.
It's really quite interesting the journey we've taken with spiders since Pale Recluse. Back in our initial episode, how we discussed Pale Recluse,
We did.
an Alaran card. Go watch Set Autopsy Alara if you haven't already. Spiders really bring us together. You know,
Yeah.
their webs connect us all.
Wow.
He was in the Amazon with my mom before researching spiders. Sorry.
No,
Play the music. That's it.
Pale Recluse is actually a reference to Deadly Recluse, in its name.
True.
True.
It's in the name. And the Blue Recluse, the bar in Stormwind City, just opposite the Mage Tower.
All right, we're done here. I'm wrapping
we
it
need
up
to
this
pack
time.
up.
Thank you to
Friends,
everyone
New Yorkers,
for...
countrymen, thank you so much for listening. Our favorite plane of the multiverse. Please like, comment, subscribe. Tell us all about this episode. Tell us all about the visuals. Tell us all about spiders. Just talk about spiders. What's your favorite real spider? What's your favorite spider in media?
Spider-Man.
I'll talk about Spider-Man with you.
Bobby will be
cool.
talking about Spider-Man with you.
You talk about Peter Park's car, and that's fine, but nothing else.
This has been a lovely episode to share with you all. We are the most professional podcasters on the internet. The dulcet tones of Alicia Chapman's beautiful arrangement will be playing us off in just one moment. Again, please interact. Tell us how you feel about everything that's been going on in the bog. We love you very, very much. We're very happy to have you. And please, take us home.
Bogstompers, a Magic the Gathering podcast, features art by Jay Howley. You can find him at The Howley on Instagram. Our theme song is written by Alicia Chapman. Bobby Fasciano edits these and gets them online. Hey, that's me. None of this would be possible without viewers like you, so thank you, and see you in the bog again very soon. Peace.